dead people turn into boxes? You know, they turn into rectangular boxes and burrow underground.
No. What you're describing is people being put into coffins after they're dead. Their families do that.
I thought it was a larval stage, like a wooden cocoon. You know, you learn something new every day, don't you? What sort of music should I put on when I'm in the mood for thinking about death? How about something by Ed Sheeran, so death seems like a great alternative?
To Ed Sheeran's music?
Yeah.
I don't know his music.
No.
So I can't judge whether death would be an appropriate release.
It would be.
From listening to it.
It would be, mate.
Yeah.
If our consciousness is like a sort of magic ghost inside our brain, when we get an itchy bum, does it think, my bum's itchy? Or does it think, the bum of the meat machine I'm trapped inside is itchy?
I think it thinks more, my bum is itchy.
Right. When I play Sonic the Hedgehog, he doesn't have free will because I'm controlling him. But if I don't have free will either, is Sonic controlling me? Or is the universe playing Sonic the Hedgehog through my body?
The universe is playing Sonic the Hedgehog through your body.
Wow. How do you spell Dostoevsky?
What's tricky about that is there'll be a Russian spelling.
Oh,
and then every translated version won't be the right spelling, in a way.
What about the British version, then?
You can have a choice. You can have a couple of Y's in there. You can have
Really?
just one Y.
Let's do the one with a couple of Y's.
Dostoevsky.
Oh, sorry. I lost count. Do it again. I promise to focus this time. OK.
D-O-S-T, although you can have an E in there if you want.
No, don't want the E.
O-Y.
One.
O-Y-E.
One.
F.
Hang on, start again.
Yeah. D-O-S-T.
Yeah.
O-Y.
One.
E-V-S-K.
K?
Y?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about Eastern philosophies and Buddhism and all that. Really clear it up. Buddhists say you should only think about the present moment. So what do their clocks say, 5 to now?
Well,
If it's now, will it also be now 10 minutes from now, or will that be then? So when that happens, I'll think it's now, but it's actually then. And when then becomes now, what happens to the then that was then when it's now?
So the Buddhist isn't really interested in the problem that you've just mentioned.
My mate Paul reckons he's out of sync with now by about 4 seconds. That's why he can't catch a tennis ball. It wouldn't be a problem, but he works in a tennis ball factory and his job's to catch the balls as they get fired out of the machine. He's this close to losing his job. How come we haven't evolved pockets on our skin for keeping things in? My mate Paul cut a pocket into his upper thigh to keep his phone in when he didn't have his trousers on. But when he pushed the phone in, it slid too far down and he couldn't get it out. And when he reached in to fish it out, he found himself grabbing his own leg bone and he fainted.
I'm sorry to hear about Paul.
But do you think he's on to something, though, with the skin pockets?
I don't think so.
Right, I'll tell him. My mate Paul got a watch battery lost up his backside. Why did the universe want that to happen?
I don't think the universe wants things to happen. It's just that things happen.
A doctor had to remove it before it burnt a hole in his anus, and they got it out with a sort of curved spoon. And that was definitely against the doctor's free will because he kept sighing and saying judgmental things the whole time. Is that professional behaviour from a doctor, or could he just not help doing it?
I think you'd have to ask someone at the British Medical Council about that.
Right, yeah, I might do that. Could we expand our brain's capacity by having a wide thought, like picturing a ladder being held sideways?
Probably not.
What about a tall thought? You know, like a giant on stilts with a top hat on?
I don't think that would make your brain bigger in any way.
Have you ever stopped to wonder about how you could watch more of this sort of thing? You know, more hard-hitting questions and more standing near impressive locations before the shot cuts away to some archive of that stuff that doesn't exist anymore or was too expensive to film at. Well, there's more on BBC iPlayer, apparently. Do I get paid extra for that?